Hello everybody, this is Christian Pokemon Champion here with another challenge. The beating Pokemon Black without getting attacked. Ever. Now the rules. Due to the nature of the challenge, things will be a little different this time. The primary rule is that my main Pokemon cannot receive any damage originating from my opponent's Pokemon. This will include status condition moves, such as Burn, and weather condition moves, such as Sandstorm. There is an issue with this later on, but I'll get to that later. I can only use the main Pokemon to deal any damage to my opponent. I chose Gengar for this trial. My reason behind this choice will be later explained. Ultimately, you can choose any Pokemon, including legendaries, to complete this challenge. For instance, I was considering Arcanine, Dragonite, Rayquaza, and Deoxys attack form. I can only use other Pokemon for the purposes of HM use, although with an asterisk. While items aren't usually to be used in a normal challenge, items can never be used in this type of challenge in the first place. This is because I won't be dealt any damage from my opponent, so items are a moot point. Also, held items will be permitted, but not using them will be best practice. Lastly, winning the game will be defined as defeating the champion of Nova. Gengar's defense, special defense, and HP are all useless in this challenge. His special attack and speed are where it's at. With 130 special attack and 110 speed, this guy is a boss. To complete this challenge, the Pokemon needs to be strong enough to usually one-shot all the opponents, while fast enough to outspeed them as well. This is a very similar setup to Uhura's base stat, so I think I'll be alright. For the most part, the moveset isn't that relevant. Having access to Hypnosis along with a slew of high damaging moves is a plus, especially Hypnosis. Now the reasons I chose Gengar are the following: his access to Sucker Punch and his being a ghost Pokemon. I knew ahead of time that priority moves are an issue to beating this trial. To combat this, I figured that I would also have to have a priority move. Since Gengar will be much faster than any Pokemon that has a priority move, excluding moves that have a higher priority than Sucker Punch. Trust me, I did my research this time. I will always beat my opponent to the punch, as long as Gengar is able to KO them in one hit. Secondly, I chose Gengar for his typing. Being a ghost type Pokemon prevents him from being hit by any normal and fighting type moves. This is really relevant in the early game, where most of the moves are normal. Unfortunately, being a ghost Pokemon also means that my ghost attacks won't hit my opponent as well if they're normal. This invulnerability turned out to be much more of a crush than anything. I'm looking at you, Lenora. I'm looking at you. Now let's begin! I began by replacing Snivy with Gengar. I have no reason why I chose him other than by chance. That, and I don't really like him. I had to fight my two rivals. Since I had Lick and they only had normal type moves, they were super easy. So far so good. Don't give me false hope. You destroyed my room! Darn it! Why do I keep forgetting to name my Pokemon? This town ain't big enough for the two of us. They may take our lives, but they not take our freedom! I think I spit a little bit. After I defeated N, I went to Route 2 where I found my first big test for this challenge. This trainer has a Patrat, a normal type Pokemon. Since the only attack I have at this point is Lick, a ghost type move, I can't attack them. This means that I have to level up to level 22 where Gengar learns Sucker Punch, the earliest attacking move that Gengar can learn that will allow me to hit normal type Pokemon. I have to go from level 8 to level 22 on the second route of the game. Does that sound bad? Yes. Yes, it was. Since I will only have ghost type moves until Sucker Punch, I can't hit most of the Pokemon. The only route I have access to thus far that inhabits a Pokemon that isn't normal. The only one I can hit is Purloin, since they are dark type. The thing is that they only have a 20% encounter rate. So on average, I'll be seeing 4 Patrats and Lillipups for every Purloin. I suppose let's get started. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, but didn't even know. Wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me would eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard. Well, that took a long time. Now that I have Sucker Punch, I can finally defeat the very first non-canon trainer in the game. All the trainers thereafter have no chance, since I'm at such a boss level early on in the game. Bianca wanted a rematch. She found out my one weakness after spending hours training in Route 2. She caught a Lillipup just to annoy me, but that tactic ain't enough to beat Gengar. Unfortunately, she's gonna have this stinking dog for the rest of the game. In Striaton City, I hope I'm saying that right, Sharon wanted a rematch also. I'm basically just going to skip the rival battles until something interesting comes up. It's time for the first gym. Why does everyone have Lillipup? I one-shot Lillipup with Sucker Punch. Next is Pansear. Man, this monkey trio's ugly. Not like my man Mankey. It's too soon for me. I make him fall asleep and use 2 Nightshades to take him down. There's not a whole lot that happens between the first and second gyms, other than beating up plasma nerds, so let's go straight to Lenora. But before I talk about that cheater, I fought this trainer who had Lillipup. Of course, it's a stinking Lillipup. I couldn't take this little dog down with one Sucker Punch. This meant that I had to depend getting them confused at least once in order for the Gengar to beat him. For some reason, it just wouldn't get confused. I even did the math. They went 20 rounds not getting confused. This was, if I did the math right, a 9.53 0.003674316400625 to the negative 7th power, or 0.000095367431640625% chance of this ever happening. Now, I don't know if this occurred because the game was on a loop, or I'm just unlucky. This happening is literally just barely more likely than me becoming a movie star, fingers crossed, which is a 6.66666 continue on 7 to the negative 7th power. Now that that's over, hopefully the gym leader won't be as tough. I think you know where I'm going with this. I initially attempted to confuse or hurt her, but you know how that worked out for me last time. So I opted to use hypnosis and sucker punch him in his sleep. Next was Timon. She copied my strat and tried spamming hypnosis too. How come everyone has bite? I swear, this entire game was out to get me this time. I mean, I know it doesn't matter in the slightest whether they have super effective moves, because a single leech life is enough to lose this challenge, but it just hurts, you know? Ultimately, I couldn't beat Timon because sucker punch was too inconsistent. So I trained to level 28 where Gengar learns payback. It's the same amount of strength, but is a guaranteed attack while sucker punch is dependent on whether my opponent tried to attack me first. This time around, I bored Timon by making him watch the Lion King 2019 remake. I used 2 paybacks, but he woke up. I took a risk and used Sucker Punch. Finally! I'm probably not going to use any normal type Pokemon on my team for a very long time after this horror. Plasma Nerd stole a Dragonite skull for some reason. Got it! Oh, we're doing a cosplay event? Darn it! I would have had my Sailor Moon outfit on had I known. Now to fight Berg. His name sounds like Bug if a cat meme said it. Can I eat the Berg? Because he's not a normal type gym. Lenora! I can use ghost attacks. I put Whirlpeed to sleep and Shadow Punched him twice. This will basically be my primary strategy to defeating the more difficult trainers. Once I obtained more powerful moves, I will be able to one-shot most Pokemon. Dwebble was taken down similarly to Whirlpeed. Now Leavanny was a little difficult, but I found a way. I put them to sleep and hit them twice. They woke up and decided to use String Shot. I don't know why. I'll take it. I used Shadow Punch and defeated them. After Berg is a conundrum. The next route is located in the desert, which perpetuates Sandstorm through all the battles. This means that when I battle my rival and any other trainer on the route thereafter, I will, no matter what I do, take damage during battle. I also cannot, to my knowledge, skip the mandatory rival battle. Does this mean I lose? No. Because the trainers on the route did not initiate the Sandstorm, the damage was not from the Pokemon, but from the desert. So I technically did not fail the challenge. You win this round, Desert. You win this round. I had a fashion show, dance, puppet dance, and went on the Ferris wheel with N. Whee! Next is Elisa, hashtag lounging. Now that Gengar knows Shadow Ball from earlier, everything is easy to take down. Except normal Pokemon. Emolga 1 and Emolga 2 both lose in one hit. Even her strongest Pokemon, Zepstrika, am I saying that right, quickly lost. Alright, I'm gonna make this joke. She didn't stand a ghost of a chance. Ha! Nothing's too hard for Gengar. Oh, why do I even talk? Came to the wrong neighborhood. Next is Gym 5. How do I get to the gym leader? I was expecting Clay to be just as easy as Lisa because of Shadow Ball, but Gengar wasn't yet strong enough to take down some of his Pokemon in one hit due to my attacks being not so effective to Kricketot and Excadrill. Eventually I was able to put Kricketot to sleep and hit him. He used Hyper Potion, but since my last Shadow Ball lowered his special defense, I took him down. Palpitoad was easy, and next was Excadrill. I put him to sleep and hit him with Shadow Ball. It lowered his special defense too, and I was able to take him down. Now that sounds like he was easy, but I got really lucky when I lowered his special defense twice. Alley-oop! Skyla is next. I swear, the game developers at Game Freak like punts more than me. Up first was Swoobet, who was defeated with one Shadow Ball. Unpheasant was next. I accidentally used Shadow Ball, oops, but he countered by Leering. I put them to sleep and knocked them out with Dream Eater. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I got Gengar to level 39, where you learn Dream Eater. Swanna lost to Shadow Ball. Whee! Dead. I'm sick. Oh, this is not a Detroit Red Wings game? This is a gym? Your name is Brenson? Change your name, please. That's not scary and I'm embarrassed to say it. Boris, try that. Oh, watch out for Bryson. I hit an ice cream cone with my Shadow Ball. Beartic fell asleep and was taken down with 2 Dream Eaters. Last was Cryogonal. What are these names? He fell asleep. I just love how their eyes are closed when they sleep. It's so cute. They stayed asleep long enough for me to Freddy Krueger them in their sleep. I need strength. I don't have strength. Where do I get it? In Mufasa City? Dang it, why is there a random triple battle here? Okay, thanks, bye. Okay, I'm back. Whee! I am very uncomfortable right now. Oh, it's time to fight the Pokemon on the cover of the game? No? Okay. I have to go to the desert resort? I just got hit. How far was my last save point? Back. Oh, they gave me the cover fossil. Well, I guess you guys get to know what I got. I chose the cover fossil. I have to go back to Lucid City. What kind of names are these? How far is that from here? Why don't I have fly? There we go. I can finally progress the game. I'm going to destroy this guy's whole career. Bianca wants a rematch. I kept missing hypnosis with Stoutland. Luckily, they just wanted to work up. Once I put him to sleep, I ruined his dreams. I also ruined Musharna's day, along with Ugly Fire Monkey, and now Samurott. I knew it! I knew this would eventually happen. I have Sucker Punch. I'm prepared. Oh, that's just not enough. Unfortunately, Samurai is forced to use Aqua Jet as their move against Gengar due to the programming, and Sucker Punch is a physical move, something Gengar isn't good at. This means I have to go train again. I figured out how to train Gengar just enough to take away half of Samurot's HP. This way, if I get a critical hit on Samurott, that would be just enough to feint them. Suppose you guys get 2 training montages for the price of 1. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you. I just realized I have black glasses, which will increase the strength of Sucker Punch. I also learned Sludge Bomb, so I can now fight normal Pokemon without putting them to sleep. I might as well see how much damage I can do with this. Oh, well that was not expected. I went down Snake Way, and now it's time for the final gym leader. Gengar is at the point where if you don't have high special defense, you will be KO'd. So Fracture, Druddigon, and surprisingly his boss Pokemon, the Horcrux, lost in 1 Shadow Ball. Just a heads up, it may seem like the challenge is easy, but it gets pretty bad, guys. Now let's start to go to the Pokemon League. Now this is some grade A stuff. It makes me feel like the developers actually wanted this game to be good. How do I get out of here? Here. Ricola! Finally here. I drop off my other Pokemon and it's now time to face the Elite Four. First is Chantel. I just shan't tell how easy she was. No! Cofagrigus, Golurk, Chandelure, and Jellicent all fell in 1 hit and on my first try. Next was Marshall. I put Ernie to sleep. Marshall healed them twice, but since I decreased their special defense, they went down. Just like Ernie, I put Bert to sleep. With 2 Sludge Bombs, they were defeated. Conkeldurr lost to 1 Shadow Ball, and Mienshao lost to 1 Sludge Bomb. Now I was afraid of Grimsley since the beginning of the trial, and I was right to be afraid. None of my attacks would KO most of his Pokemon. I would have to use Hypnosis on 3 of his 4 Pokemon to beat Grimsley. Gengar hitting the opponent with 3 consecutive Hypnoses is a 16.6375% chance, and this is not including whether they stay asleep long enough for Gengar to take him down. It normally takes about 2 hits to defeat both Scrafty and Kricketot, and Bisharp just wouldn't lose to Shadow Ball due to his Steel typing. It took me about 47 minutes by the time I said, bleep it, I'm just going to find the TM for Focus Blast. Now that I have Focus Blast, Grimsley was a breeze. Scrafty, Kricketot, Liepard, and even Bisharp lost to a combination of Focus Blast and Sludge Bomb, though I believe I got lucky because having Focus Blast hit 3 times in a row is a 34.3% chance on the first try. After that Grimmstail, get it? I needed a break. Just like Chantel, Caitlin's Pokemon just couldn't handle Gengar. Reuniclus, Musharna, Sigilyph, and Gothitelle fell to Shadow Ball. The end has come! Ninja! Beating Elite Four, except Grimsley, was like stealing a rare candy from a baby. Now it's time to fight the Pokemon from the cover of the game. No touchy. No touchy. I now have to fight the pseudo-rival who looks like he should be a trucker and sounds like he's related to A from Naruto Shippuden. So here's the thing. It is mandatory to have Reshiram up front, ready to be hit by my counterpart. Based off the programming, at least I believe so, Zekrom will use an attack on its first move. Since switching out will lead to Gengar getting hit, I have to allow No Touchy to feint. Ultimately, I don't count this as a loss because Gengar was never hit. This scenario will fall under the asterisk in my rules from earlier, meaning this will be considered to be a necessary part of the challenge. Now that that's over with, I used Hypnosis on Zekrom with Sludge Bomb to defeat him. Because Kricketot has the ability Sturdy, I was forced to put them to sleep. With 2 Sludge Bombs, he was fainted. Archeops, which is a fantastic name by the way, lost to 1 Focus Blast. And Klinklang, 2 lost to Focus Blast. Oh wait, I mean Zoroark. Vanillux and the actual Klinklang were destroyed by my Focus Blasts. What? Ends not the final battle? What a twist! The very last battle of the official game is with Ghetsis. Dude, what's wrong with your face? I allowed Reshiram to feint again, sorry buddy, and Shadow Balled Cofagrigus. Buffalint blasted off again. I attacked Seismitoad, and he wasted a turn using Rain Dance. I took him down after another attack. I told Electros a story and beat him with Sludge Bomb. Bisharp lost to 1 Focus Blast, and lastly, Hydreigon was taken down with 1 Focus Blast. This is the end. There is no more. Unless I see my champ once more. This is the end, there is no more. Unless I see my champ once more. The end, the end. Now clearly Ghetsis wasn't the champion of Unova. According to my rules, I have to defeat the champion. It's been so long since I last played this game that I forgot the champion Alder is available to fight later on, after the game was officially done. So let's do a Naruto and do a time skip. Ting! Alder, I just ran up 3 flights of stairs. I trained for 3 years so I can fight the Akatsuki. I mean you. Gengar is now level 90 and kicking up some sweet shades. Let's complete this challenge. Gengar, use Sludge Bomb on Insect Squidward. Now use Focus Blast on Afro Circus. Quick, use Hypnosis on Murica Dragon. Next, Sludge Bomb. Your forward sword won't help you this time, Alder. 2 Sludge Bombs will take care of you. Volcarona's a tough one, but you can put them to sleep and use 2 Sludge Bombs to defeat them. Now Focus Blast on that soft serve. I want to eat you. His last Pokemon, use Hypnosis. Now use Focus Blast. They actually stayed asleep this time? Use the final Focus Blast. That's the end. Finally. I actually prayed for this one. After defeating Alder, it turns out that it is indeed possible to beat Pokemon Black without ever getting attacked. With that, Gengar was put into the Hall of Fame along with Tot, Bellsmart, and Uhura. With an in-game time of 50 hours and 26 minutes, I consider this challenge close to the difficulty of the Kricketot only challenge. Before my sending off, let's do an epilogue. I need to give Gengar a name. I chose MC Hammer. You know why? Da 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 da. Da da, you can't touch this. Da 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 da, you can't touch this. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to miss any future videos, press that bell thingy down there. Lastly, if you have anything that I can pray about, comment below. With that, I say goodbye, Felicias.